the ground level and the level of all the other tires, and voila, you are back in business again.
A great big thank you to the crew of the 37th Airlift Wing at Charleston Air Force Base, brought to you today by Flight Safety International. Now, I want you to take a look at the airplanes that you see just taking off. This is really cool. This is a very, very unique act for a number of reasons. The first reason is that the airplanes that you are flying were both built by one of the pilots. And if you look at your program at page 25, you can see these aircraft that they are flying. They are known as experimental amateur-built airplanes. That means the builders, the owners build it themselves from a kit. And there is a guy named Richard Van Grunsven up in Oregon who, back in the early 1970s, decided he could build a better build a better airplane, and he did. And since that time, over 11,000 RV Richard Van Grunsven airplanes have been built and are flying around the world. A very challenging skill. It is Ken Reider's, the DAG, the lead aircraft, job to make sure that the right altitude, the right attitude, and the right heading, and the right speed are maintained so he can move himself and his wingman through each and every maneuver. These RV-8 aircraft, these fly at about 200 miles per hour, and it is the job of the wingman, Austin, to fly in exact position with relationship to his dad, which means he doesn't know where the ground ends and the sky begins. He just knows where he is with relation to the lead aircraft. Watch them as they climb into the sky over the top for a formation loop. As they separate, they will pull to the vertical. And at opposite ends of the aerobatic box, they will come over the top and listen for the roll call. And roll. And roll. They roll upright, now closing at over 400 miles per hour. With a knife edge cross. Setting up for hammerhead stall turns, the turns that you do on a dime and give you 9 cents change. After they do the quarter roll, gravity will win. They'll kick hard rudder opposite aileron and turn it right back down and head through their own smoke. 11,000 of these types of aircraft flying around the world today. In my estimation, the experiment is over. It takes a great deal of trust on both parts as they do the opposing loops over 1,000 feet above the ground and pulling back through opposite sides of the runway. Brought to you by the folks at the Hartzell Propeller Company. Also, Champion Aerospace. And also, Dream Wraps Incorporated. Austin. Dad. But this one is a challenging maneuver here as they go up. Again, in formation with Ken in the lead, into the float, coming down the backside. They'll reposition. They also, now as they roll out, we've just seen a formation loop. Now they're going to turn the smoke on, and this time a line abreast or a parallel loop where Austin now is looking 90 degrees to his right to stay in position. The liner breast loop is incredibly challenging, and look at the position that Austin is maintaining on his dad all the way through this. A father-son connection, both of these guys from right down the road at Cincinnati, Ohio, actually based at Butler County Airport in Hamilton, so it's even closer. Ken Reider, over 10,000 hours to his credit, used to fly a King Air for Miami University of Ohio, flew for DHL for many years. He has done crop dusting. He flies for Spirit Airlines now and does air show work in his spare time, in addition to running the construction company. Follows through, watch for the roll. They do another roll. Watch for another half roll. Simultaneous half rolls, inverted to upright. This gets a little more fun for Austin, is that he gets to chase the smoke now. They will roll the aircraft upright in the 1/2 Cuban 8, or 1/2 of a horizontal 8 in the sky. These aircraft have 180 horsepower motors in them. They are fully aerobatic, as you can see, but I can tell you, while they aren't huge airplanes to sit in, they are great for getting any place you want to go. I have flown my RV with a side-by-side configuration of this same airplane with my wife as far as Maine in 5 hours of flying time from Cincinnati to Maine. The hammerhead stall turns one following another. Now watch for the triple roll. Richard Van Groensven called it total performance in terms of what this airplane can do. There are even 4-seat versions of this. The mirror pass. Now there's where it gets a little uncomfortable. The outside negative G turn for Ken. He'll roll upright. They'll join up again. And to maintain 1G and carve out the inside of a barrel, starting and ending at the same altitude, airspeed, and heading. And done as a formation team, it's even more challenging. I hope, ladies and gentlemen, you will give a big round of applause for our hometown heroes, Ken and Austin Reider in Redline. They'll extend out to the right-hand side, within feet of each other in their crossing break. Get your cameras ready. And there's the turn away. Get ready for the break. Let's listen to the radio call. And there they go. How about that, folks? They have to maintain very precise positioning as they roll inverted for the inverted opposing pass.
Oh, yeah.
From a loop and a 1/2 Cuban, I just heard something, Danny, in my ear, and Ken Reider said, "Start your engines?" What the heck is that about?
Well, I'll tell you what that's all about. It's about 80 profit per second. You've got a twin-engine jet-powered truck called the Hot Streak Roman numeral quarter-mile ET and speed record at 4.5 seconds at 329 miles per hour. At that point, he was using only 70% of the power. Now, the driver of the Hot Streak 2, a 1957 Chevrolet pickup, twin-jet engine, went into college offered 9 years after getting the Air Force as an aerospace aircraft maintenance craftsman on the F-15s and the B-2 bomber. He was stationed around the U.S. and around the world. Now here's what we have. We have 2 Pratt & Whitney jet engines. Total power in afterburner, 25,000 horsepower. You can see raw flames coming out the side stack of that Hot Streak 2. A 1957 Chevrolet truck.
Yeah.
And a guy with 15 gold fans. And what we're going to do, we have a challenge race. You just saw the Redline team. It will be one of the Redline pilots and probably Ken Reider will consume in this demonstration and the race about 120 gallons of diesel fuel. Now see what Hayden's doing in the truck? He said, I know you're anxious to race. We're going to race on my time. We're going to race when I want to race. So stay up there and cool your jets, Reader.
Cool your jets?
To win the race before the end of the runway. By your applause, how many people think the airplane will win this race? How many people think the jet truck will win this race? Give Ken Reider, he said, eat my parachute, Reider. You may have an airplane, but it got 2 jet engines. How about a big round of applause for sponsored by Wright Brothers Aero, right here on the airport, a second-generation fixed-base operation, taking care of the airliners, general aviation, hangar, maintenance, and leading off of this show as well.
A formation landing with Ken and Austin in Redline to hear such cool